We got my guy, Harvey Mason Jr. Y'all, listen. This dude is not only a phenomenal producer musically.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
The music cause the song just came on.
He's done some of the biggest TV shows, movies he's done.
We're your dream girls.
Oh, let's do it tonight.
They have the authority to kill a minority.
And he's pivoted, and now he's the CEO of the Grammys. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome in Harvey Mason Jr. Let everybody know how you got your start in the music industry.
I got my start growing up in a musical household. You know, my father and my mom are both musicians. We had a piano in our living room, and I started messing around with it when I was a really little kid. And I was probably 5, 6, 7 years old, and I started taking piano lessons, and that's how I started.
Music industry and music production. How do you feel it's changed since you started?
Well, it's changed in every single way, pretty much. The technology, obviously, you start thinking about the sources we're using, you know, the platforms or the programs, you know. The way we create has changed, and it's continuing to change, quite honestly. And it's going to be, I think, transformative and completely disruptive when we start looking into AI and what AI is going to mean for producers and producing. But now the AI is just based off a voice prompt. You say, hey, make me this kind of song, and all of a sudden you got this song. So the studio space has changed production. We used to go to studios and rent a room. Now we're doing it on laptops. We're doing it in bedrooms. I'll say the one thing that has not changed is an important, maybe the most important piece of production, and that's inspiring, emotional, meaningful, resonant performances from artists. And that's the piece of a producer that I think it's overlooked a lot of times.
How did you make the switch, man?
Say you're so tired, say you just said, say you're so tired.
Please welcome the CEO of the Recording Academy, Mr. Harvey Mason Jr.
It felt very natural, to be honest, and I continue to make music, so I've never really gone like hard left or hard right turn. But the role at the Academy has been really cool because I come to it with a different perspective than people that have done the job in the past. So when I'm thinking about how we can move the Academy forward, I'm thinking about it in the form of how do we best serve the music community? How do we serve the creators?
Explain a little bit about the criteria and how y'all do the voting system, so maybe we can get an insight on it.
Well, Tanana, I think you've won 2 Grammys, right?
Yeah, but still.
I was just making sure we were clear about that part.
Let's just put it out there.
This is just for everybody that might not know today, because you know, like they don't get it.
It starts with our voting members.
Okay.
We have 12,000 voting members. To be a voting member, you have to be a professional creator in the industry. So you can't be a lawyer or, you know, like an executive. You need to be a producer, engineer, writer, performer, musician. As a voting member, you get a ballot. The first round ballot is all the submissions that everybody submitted. So pretty much anybody can submit their music for consideration. We usually get between 15 and 20,000 submissions every year. That ballot goes out to the 12,000 voters. The voters look through it. Hopefully they listen. You know, I encourage all the voters to listen to the stuff you don't know, and then you vote. And the vote is based on your opinion. What you like, what you listen to, what genre of music you're in, you might vote differently. The team and myself and the board, we all looked at this stuff and said, we've got to change our voting membership. We got to bring people to the Academy who are relevant. We requalified all the voters. You have to be current. You have to be relevant.
Gotcha.
Then we looked through our membership and said, where are we lacking? We realized that people of color, you know, the Black genres, traditionally Black genres, were sorely underrepresented in our voting membership. So we changed that. We went out into the genres and we asked people, hey, we need you to be a part of the Academy because we need you to vote. Once we rebalanced our membership, including 2,500 new women members, including members from rock, from Black music, other crafts, we felt like we got a better body of voters. Deloitte, which is, you know, one of the biggest auditing firms in the world, counts the votes, tabulates the votes, gives us the top 5 or the top 8, depending on what category it is. And that is the second round ballot. That second round ballot now goes out to the same 12,000 members. They look at the 5 or the 8, and they pick their favorite. That person with the most votes wins.
How did they get that song in front of you guys? Because that's the thing that people don't know.
You go on the website and you say submit. You know, so I think there's a small fee to submit it, and it goes in. Submitting's not hard.
Awesome.
And they only people
Anybody
like
who released, if the song's out in the U.S. on any of the platforms, you know, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, if it comes out during the year, basically from August 30th to August 30th, in that kind of window, and it changes a little bit here and there, As long as it comes out in that window and it's come out on a platform, you can submit.
That's
Boom.
dope.
There you
All
go.
right, so how does one become a member, Harvey?
You go to the website, you apply, you put in your credits, and as I said, if you're a professional in our industry, you're working, you can prove that you're literally a music creator, you can become a member.
If you got to pick one, it's like your favorite thing to do.
It's a tough question, but it's an easy answer because based on my trajectory and where I was in my chronology or in my career journey, I would choose differently. But right now, I would choose my work at the Academy. Serving our community and making sure that we have a place, a safe industry. Like if you think about it, if we don't get this legislation done right, if we don't get stuff built in the state and federal courts, AI is going to do exactly what we do and maybe better than us. If we don't figure out how to monetize that and control it and get credits, that's going to get away from us. If we don't figure out how to get paid fairly from streaming, we're all going to be working jobs where, we're doing other things, gardening or working at Starbucks or whatever it is.
So to know that you're there and representing us, Harvey, man, I thank you for that.
I'm glad you're happy I'm here. I'm happy I'm here as well. I feel like I do bring a different perspective. And the good thing is we're making good progress. And with the support of the music community and doing things like this and, raising awareness of what the Academy does, hopefully we can get more support, more music people that are relevant, working on our side, in our building with us and all pushing together. So thank you.
Thanks for watching The Man Behind the Music Show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share this video.